Hi, welcome back to Tales from the Road with Gunner the Wonder Dog. And Dr. Joe Windy, by the way. Gunner's a wonder dog because he keeps taking a nap here on camera with us, and I'm trying to find my camera here. I'm going this way, this way, this way. Okay, there we go. Anyway, so he keeps taking naps despite all the activity running around him. So he's a great dog, and actually a perfect size for an RVing dog, I think, because he's small, compact, doesn't take up much room. You can get him through the airport scanner and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, just kidding. But what kind of a dog is Gunner?
Well, Gunner's a mix. He's a Heinz 57. He has a lot of hair. He's part beagle, and he's also part terrier.
Part terrier.
Yeah,
okay, so that makes him kind of that explains some of the spunky behavior we've had here.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah. No, he's a real friendly little guy. He's been having treats all day given to him here. That's one of the ways we've kept his attention. And now he's so full of treats, he's taking a nap. So anyway, but he's gonna have to wake up here in just a second. It is time now for Mail from the Road, and we have a couple of letters today. Ryan in Arizona asks us, we use a Swiffer wet jet to clean our RV because it's so much easier than a mop. I've heard that these are really dangerous to pets. What should we use? Okay, how bad is this really?
Okay, well let's check the freakometer.
Oh, the freakometer? Okay, let's look. Looking good. Okay. Yeah, not so much.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Okay, so why do people get the idea that there's a problem here?
Well, there's a concern because, you know, you'll hear on a lot of the panic websites and that type of thing, it's 1 molecule away from antifreeze. And in segment 1, we talked about, that's to be very afraid. But it's actually also 1 molecule away from water. And basically, it's okay when it's used as its intended use. I'd say, you probably want to worry a little bit when you've got, like they get in and chew it and drink it all at one time or something. But as long as you're using it like you're supposed to, if you're really worried about it, you can keep them off while you're, got it wet out there. Once it's dry, no big deal.
So like so many products out there, if you use them as intended, you're not going to have a problem, and et cetera. And the only concern might be now is that when the floor is wet, is that an issue even?
Not really, but if you're really concerned about it, then I'd just say keep them off of it while it's wet. Might not be a bad idea to keep them off of it while it's wet anyway, because there's nothing like perfect little paw prints going across the freshly cleaned
you don't
floor.
want them walking across it anyhow. So
That's right.
Sure. Okay, Cheryl from Coca, this is our second letter, says, my dog pulls me so much when we're walking, I think my arms are longer by the time we get home. What can I do? Well, if your knuckles are dragging on the floor by the time you get home, then you really have a problem, Cheryl, and should see a doctor, call on your physician, because a veterinarian can't help you. But, well, that's not really the answer, though, is it?
No, probably not the answer.
What is the answer here?
Well, the answer is we need to be using a lot of good leash training so that they're not pulling you. But 2 specific things that we use to help in that leash training, one is called the gentle leader, and one is called the Easy Walk harness. And we have a lot of personal experience with the gentle leader, because don't let Gunner's nap time here fool you. When this guy is on a regular neck collar and leash, he's like flying a kite. So basically, all 4 feet are not on the ground at the same time.
Yes.
So he does.
That's the way it is right now. His feet aren't on the ground right now. But it's a different situation.
It is.
Okay.
It is. So we have we use a gentle leader or an Easy Walk harness for him, and he can actually walk like a sane little man down the sidewalk in a straight line. So you saw the picture of the gentle leader earlier. The Easy Walk is a little bit different. Now, you don't want to confuse this with a regular harness where the leash attaches up on the top of the back, because that will turn your dog into a pulling machine. So we'll go ahead and rouse Gunner here. Come on up, little man, and show you how this goes on. It's always going to be 2 colors. No, not over your head. And the reason that they do that is so that basically you can remember the orientation when you put it on. So it's going to fit a little different than a regular harness. And the other big difference you'll notice here too is that the leash attaches down here and not up on top the back. And what this little martingale does down here is to apply a little bit of a pressure point there. It's not painful in any way. It's just a signal that says, hey, too hard. And so that really helps to do that. My parents actually have 2 Labradoodles who the only way they survive a walk is with an easy walk harness too. So it's for dogs of any size.
So but he's comfortable with this, and yet it gives him the signal when he needs to maybe slow down or back up or not pull so hard. That's really cool.
Exactly.
That's interesting because obviously most things attach up there and don't give you that kind of control.
Right.
And you don't recommend things like choker chains and things like that, or do you use those for some purposes?
No, we really don't.
Choker chain is kind of a nasty sounding thing, but anyway, but we know it's the metal chain that goes through a loop and kind of tightens up when the animal pulls.
Well, yeah, we want to avoid using a lot of the choker type collars for most pets because they do tend to just choke them. So if you've ever used one and noticed, hey, I'm still getting pulled while they're choking, we tend to use the ones that use the pressure points like the gentle leaders and easy walks a little more often because they're just a lot more effective.
So don't choke your pet.
Yeah.
No, don't. It's not nice.
Probably
they don't like it very
to
much,
avoid.
and it makes you a monster, right?
No, it doesn't make you a monster, but you will still have long hands and arms like Cheryl.
That's true. They basically do not work. Okay, well, that's going to wrap it up for this week on Tales from the Road. Please don't forget to find us on Facebook, Twitter, or Flickr. We are in all 3 of those places and easy to find. Also, if you have, please let us know what you'd like to see on upcoming episodes. You can leave voicemail feedback with Dr. Wendy at 1-877-578-7866, extension 705. That's 877-578-RVNN. Extension 705 goes right to Dr. Wendy's voicemail, and you can ask your question, and maybe we'll use it in an upcoming episode of Tales from the Road. You can also send pictures to Tails, Tails, at rvnn.tv. We'd love to see what your favorite 4-legged co-pilot looks like, so let us know. Send us some photos, and we'll also use some of those on the air as well. Next trip, Dr. Wendy's going to talk about holiday, right?
Yes.
We're going to be talking about what pets have to be thankful for, and we're going to be talking about what Santa Paws, that's really a bad pun, Santa Paws is going to bring for your pet at Christmas time, and we're also going to be talking about how to avoid that infamous after holiday trip to the veterinarian. Okay, so and that's all we have for this time from Tales from the Road. I'm Dave Dufour.
And I'm Dr. Wendy.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.